Hello viewer, if you want to see how different versions of Superman during the rebirth era fares against Myxyzptlk, then see what's in store for you. Disclaimers first, please support the official material. Stuff I show here is for informative purposes, and spoilers. On with the show. For sources, I'll be going through the Superman Reborn storyline and the Justice League 6th Dimensional storyline. Individual issues will be listed. Starting off in the Superman Reborn storyline, we have post-Crisis and New 52 Superman facing off against Myxy. So at this point in time, Myxy was imprisoned for a while. He thought Superman would look for him, but didn't. Myxy managed to escape on his own, physically and mentally disguising himself as Clark Kent / Superman to avoid getting captured again. And for revenge, Myxy decides to kidnap John Kent, Superman's son, and keep him in the 5th dimension as a friend. Now, before Myxy's full reveal in the story, he is pretty much manhandling post-Crisis Superman. I say this because Myxy is shown knocking or pinning down Superman every time he shapeshifted to a different Superman villain. And yes, while Superman doesn't wish to needlessly cause harm, at this time he was desperate to find John, and he is implied to be physically exerting himself, trying his hardest to catch Myxy. Later, Myxy teleports post-Crisis Superman and Lois in what's described as his own playground, subjecting Superman and Lois through this infinite planet game. And John is in the globe up top. Throughout the game, Myxy slowly erases both their memories, but Lois's pleas does momentarily help Superman overcome full memory erasure. However, we see Superman still doesn't have all his memories, to the point of still not knowing John's name. Later, John manages to break free with help of two energy forms revealed to essentially be the souls of the New 52 Superman and Lois, where New 52 Superman doesn't have much luck either fighting against Myxy. The only time Myxy is shown to get hurt is when John finds and uses the blue post-crisis essences of Superman and Lois against Myxy. Even then, it appears those post-crisis essences were made by Myxy while he stripped away Lois and Superman's memories. This is first implied when Lois and Superman were teleported to Myxy's playground, where he explains the blue glow on Superman and Lois were essentially the inner essence of these characters. And in the Infinite Planet game, the blue energy is shown to be stripped away from both Lois and Superman as they lose their memories. And when Myxy was hurt by these essences, he looked like he was able to bounce back pretty quickly. From there, Myxy decides to leave on his own, fearing the original being that trapped him is coming to look for him, and feels keeping John is probably more trouble than it's worth. Overall, in this instance, both New 52 and Post-Crisis Superman are shown not able to physically match Myxy. In the case of post-crisis Superman, he's still affected by Myxy's memory erasure, though he was temporarily able to overcome it for a bit. And while the ghostly essence forms were able to hurt Myxy, Myxy didn't appear to be fully incapacitated, and he left on his own decision, not wanting to bump into the person that originally trapped him. Next, in the 6th Dimension arc, the Justice League, including Rebirth Superman, briefly face off against Myxy. So the source wall has broken, Perpetua, a powerful 6th-dimensional being, is free, and the Justice League summons Myxy on Earth to get more information about her. Despite trapping Myxy in a special cage, Myxy still manages to cause mischief, changing the buildings into monsters. Here, the Justice League, including Superman, have no way of fighting back against Myxy until Martian Manhunter sends a mental suggestion to suppress Myxy's powers. Additionally, Myxy notes that the 5th dimension is dying, where Myxy, in his own words, is losing his lifeblood, and as a result, is very likely not as powerful as he usually is. And final thing, turns out Myxy made a deal with the World Forger, another powerful 6th-dimensional being, where Myxy sets Superman up, teleporting him into a pocket dimension designed by Forger to trap Superman. Overall, Rebirth Superman cannot beat Myxy in a direct assault, even when Myxy is weakened. And it's pretty clear Myxy can do whatever he wants to Superman, like, say, teleport him into a random pocket dimension. In conclusion, the post-crisis, New 52, and merged Rebirth version of Superman still cannot physically match against Myxyzptlk. Now, post-crisis Superman has shown some resistance against Myxy's magic, but ultimately still succumbs to it. There are instances Superman was indirectly able to hurt Myxy, but not for long. Ultimately, it's clear Myxy can pretty much do whatever he wants to Superman if he was seriously trying to hurt him. Of course, that's just me. Read the full story and make your own judgments. Okay, that's all for today. Hope I didn't leave out the important information. Thanks for watching, and hope to feat you again.